really hard.
Australian made, Queensland made. Yeah, they're lovely, lovely amps.
Maybe we'll give this one.
You just following the same pattern throughout the whole song.
It took a little while to get used to it. How about you take both a medium and one of the thick ones? That'd be pretty thick.
Yep. Yeah, Lucas will go straight to that lead break.
Yep.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Yep.
track cue it,
Bang,
obviously.
bang.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, go. All I'm doing is I'll just put this bit of leaf on this bit of fire and you just come around, grab a bit, put it over you. You got a hat on, take your hat off, blow a bit on your hat, and then just walk around. And this only just let the old people, our ancestors, well, we still got a lot of ancestors here still buried. You've still got them in sandstone caves around here. We just like to pay respect to them fellas, and as you visitors coming on here, we like to, make you feel comfortable, and I hope you do. And I think you'll have a good sleep tonight. It's just, acknowledging and welcoming, and, we're all here together.
We did our first boot camp in 2008, so 16 years ago, and they're place-based. Each boot camp is different. It's tailored to the participants, and we do them all over remote Queensland. So we brought 9 young people out onto Normanby Station for a week for one of Topology's creative boot camps with Black Image. They've been selected from regional and remote Queensland, from Cooktown and on the Tablelands.
The Savo, we got a bit of time before afternoon tea and things, give you guys a bit of time to, do some of your own playing, come up with some ideas. But before that, just be great for us to get an idea on, first of all, knowing who you are and what you'd like to maybe achieve out of the camp, as well. So whether they're instrumental or have lyrics, or it's just guitars and drums, we sort of leave the participants up to their own devices for what they want to do, and then sort of mentor and guide them into the final product for our performance. And we're putting on Saturday night, having a whole group of friends and family coming out to hear the very first show on the brand new Harrigan stage.
If we see one, what if I say one where Adam is standing?
And we see one and he looks at you. Well,
He looks at me.
Yeah.
I'll be running, mate. I'll say run. A lot of stories that connect us to here. Yeah. We just occupying the land. We only looking after it for our short time here. But what we have here is really special, because this country, that's how we connect to it, to identify who we are. If we don't have this, then I'm just a person that's walking around with a dark skin, and I don't know anything about my culture. I need to have identity and connection, and this here keeps me grounded.
What we see in pretty much every boot camp is like, I'm not going to do that in public. I can't compose. I can't write something. I can't. And so really, very quickly, within a couple of days, and comes back to how important it is for the tutors to build rapport, is really quickly you forget about that and you start thinking, getting excited about what you can do, telling stories, and it's really everybody's all in. Everybody starts to talk about what they're doing, what they like doing, what they're struggling with, and we write a song, you know.
What inspired me most is the channeling of emotions. Through music you can convey what you're trying to say a lot better to an audience or whoever you're trying to speak to, really get the message across. Yeah.
Lucas on the guitar, like it get you out of your shell to play all sorts of stuff. Lucas helped me to be more confident in what I play and don't be ashamed to show your talent.
The mentors have helped me quite a bit. They've shown me how to do it right. Like, I've tried to write songs before, but they've never really fitted. Jade helped a lot with songwriting and putting the notes to the songs. It's helped me use my emotions through song instead of through anger.
And out here you meet some pretty interesting people, and no criticism, so even when you mess up, they're just, instead of sitting there telling you what you shouldn't be doing, they're sitting there telling you what you should be doing, teaching you better ways around an issue, better resolutions, not just arising another issue by saying, no, that's not right. They're sitting there teaching you how to do it properly and giving you more leniency on how to improve yourself, you know, things like that.
It's a massive change for them. Hey, I've never seen these kids so focused, and it's all they want to talk about is music. They're going to sleep pretty much with the instruments in their hands, writing songs past bedtime and everything, and they are just so dedicated. It's unreal to see the difference. And the kids, they're lovely, but those kids would be bouncing off the walls inside a classroom. You bring them out here to the bush and give them something that they love to do, and it is astonishing the difference that it makes.
It's helped me get away from stuff that I have to do, not right now, but it's kind of stressful. So then when I come here, I'm a bit more relaxed. And it's like a privilege. You don't get a music teacher.
We want it to end on dingo.
But now he's here, and now we can just play guitar on the regular.
Cheering, crowd, stop. And then we go like that. And then the crowd cheers for us.
Hey guys!
And it's like, woo! Probably the biggest challenge that I face as a music teacher in the Cape is the distance and the lack of opportunities too. There's so many opportunities focused on that southeast corner that the north kind of gets forgotten. And it's really heartbreaking to go around the Cape and see just the amount of talent that there is here that just doesn't get discovered because it's too far away from where the music's happening. So that's definitely the biggest challenge, is trying to give the kids the opportunities that they would get if they were a bit closer to the city.
Sort of feels a lot more like home for a lot of the participants here now, but even just a lot of people in general. The outdoors, going hiking and stuff like that tends to be the thing that they'll do to decompress or relax or sort of get grounded, back to themselves. And being out here doing that sort of just, has that effect on people. And not to mention just kind of a special sort of place that there's a lot of really positive energy here, and that really helps with all that.
So, you're looking around about 5,000 years old. All these paintings. You can see a bit of ancient painting. You can see a bit of contact art.
We were going to take it to this other gallery, but a bit too far to walk. I wish the closest I wanted to walk to, because I didn't feel like walking.
Like back then it was just storytelling and going out on country. Now we can actually bring it to you. We can put it on the table and say, well, this is our country. And why this is our country is because here you go. This is what we have. And how are we connected? And it is changing for the better. And the understanding like this, having kids like this come here. Truth telling is very important. And you can see the next generation, they are wanting to listen and embrace that, like we're doing in this Topology today. These sessions of songwriting, these guys just came out and just started writing songs about the stories I told them yesterday, about the truth telling and putting it in a song. And they feel that it's the right way to go about it.
I think it's a culmination of The expertise from Topology and the Harrigans and the staff surrounding the camp, as well as the beautiful natural environment, really makes it conducive to getting some great music done.
I enjoy that I get to bring creativity in the most purest form to not just kids, but in this case, kids. And sometimes it's like they've never been allowed to be creative in this way before. So that's my favorite thing to see is like, they were like, oh, there's no rules. And they're like, what? What do you mean? I can play whatever I want? And I'm like, yeah, go for it. Please, actually, play whatever you want. That's my favorite thing about it.
Yeah, they're quite shy at first, and it takes a little while for them to come out of their shell. But certainly after 3 days, there's a massive change, and they're all interacting together really nicely. They're playing together, they're showing each other how to play songs, and they're sort of building friendships quite well over the course of 3 days. So I think by the end of the week, it's going to be a fantastic outcome. And just to be able to sit back today and watch them on that stage and just belting out some songs and going, this is fantastic, just gave me goosebumps. Probably the biggest challenge about the boot camp is logistics of, getting people into the Cape. People out of Brisbane, sound people. It's a long way, even from Cairns. It's a 5-hour drive up from Cairns. I'd say the logistical challenges are the main one, and the cost of doing things in the Cape.
Yeah, we're in sound check mode at the moment. All the gear's arrived here. It's all been set up. Really important part of the process, not only for the musicians on stage, but definitely the front of house guys to get an idea of the different pieces. But then also to make sure that we can hear every instrument that's on there playing in each piece.
You're a wanderer. Ghana, welcome to Balnggarrawarra country. It's been a few years coming, planned this here. But I think the biggest happiness that we've got is seeing the kids being out here from when they first came here on Monday to the finished product here tonight that you'll be listening to.
The idea of a creative boot camp about 19 years ago, sitting on a long distance train in regional and remote Queensland, and it's just incredible to see them all come to life across Queensland. But I have to say, this week has been, I think, the most incredibly special creative boot camp, and I really want to thank the Harrigans for hosting us and for working with us over the last 2 years to dream up what this was going to look like. And I'm really looking forward to what it's going to look like in the future. We really hope this is going to be an annual event, but watch this space. Really, thank you so much.